so fucking hot. Ah! Hi guys, it's Aviator and I'm back. Wow, look at me not giving up after one 4-minute video. I'm breaking the magic twice in a row now because as I'm filming this, it is 33 degrees. Holy fuck. This is going to be pretty normal for me, so do try and get used to it. I'm a Brisbane furry after all. Disclaimer, not all Brisbane furries give zero fucks about things like breaking the magic, poodling, etc., and much prefer to cover their human while they are in suit. I, however, care more about my body temperature than showing skin in a giant animal costume. The standard I set for myself does not reflect the entirety of the Brisbane furry community. Remember how I said I wasn't sure what my schedule would be like? This is a prime example of that. I just spent the last week in a lovely town called Bustleton. And it was great and cold, but it was also hot at the same time because that Sunday my dad did an Ironman triathlon. It was consistent 34 degrees for almost the whole day. Celsius, by the way. I see you there, Imperial System, and I'm gonna stop you now. No, bad. There was also sharks and a fire and lots of flies, and it was just kind of a mess. But I still had a really good time. Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to take my suit with me because, you know, you can only have so much carry-on, I guess. So it meant that I wasn't able to crank out this video sooner. But I'm here now. That's my story. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Before I finally start this Q&A, I just want to give a quick shout out to my awesome friend Jerika, who made this amazing new icon for me. You might have seen it. It's my icon. Yeah, she's a wonderful artist, and she just always makes me the nicest stuff, including an animation of the time-lapse me with our personas. Like, that's really cool. I'll hopefully get to show you guys that in a future video, but for now, please go and send her lots and lots of love and appreciation because she makes me so many great things, and link to her Instagram in the description. Okay, without further ado, let's kick off this Q&A. I reached out to people over Instagram for this video, so thank you to everyone who's left me something. Let's go! Who would you want next to get made into a fursuit? So this is something that I actually think about a lot, and I'm pretty certain that I've come to a decision. I think that once I get Aviator finished as a full suit when I turn 18, I'll get Winnie done as a full suit when I can eventually afford to do so. It's a long way off, but I'm really excited to get Win made because, as I mentioned in my last video, she is my main persona and I'm very deeply connected to her. Who are all your personas? This is also something I think about a lot, but for the time being, I think I can narrow it down to Winnie and Aviator as like my main two personas, while my rival Saturn and my border collie Freddy are like my two secondary personas. It's hard to know for sure, honestly, because I just have so many characters. But these guys seem like they're the ones I'm connected to the most, so I'd say they're pretty likely choices. The next question is one I got a lot in various different wordings, and for good reason. It's a go-to question to ask any furry, really. This question being, what made you a furry? My discovery of the furry fandom was partially through this kind of weird app called Monster Kingdom. If any of you remember someone called some shit like Kitty Katara 101 or Lady Ginny or whatever the hell my nickname ended up being, hi, that was 10 to 11-year-old me. Sorry for being an annoying twat. Anyways, when I was on here, they had a lot of roleplays in the forums, and I was really into that stuff at the time, so I joined heaps of them, and as a result, met a lot of people. Most of these roleplays had to do with anthropomorphic animals, not in the same sense as like furries, but anthros in that they were animals that could talk. Around this time, I was also discovering things like those teenage werewolves, and all that scene emo shit, until I stumbled across a video of a girl teaching you how to bark and growl. In the description, she emphasized that she wasn't a werewolf, but rather a furry. Little 11-year-old me goes googling and watching videos and falls in love with furry raves, and as a result, I cemented myself as one. It was quite on and off over the next few years, as people were pretty shitty about furries when I tried to tell them, but around May last year, I made Winnie and finally decided to come around to it and proudly announced myself as a furry. My love for the fandom and its concept was reignited, and now I can honestly say that I don't ever want to stop being involved in the furry fandom. I love the art and the fursuits and the dances and just the overall sense of community that comes with it. There's always going to be some bad eggs with anything you're into, but being a furry is just too much fun to let that ruin it for me. Hey, I'm not in the furry community, so I'm not particularly educated on it. What exactly does being a furry mean? This is also a really good question and one that I've gotten heaps. Essentially, a furry is just a fan of anthropomorphic animals, which are animals that possess human qualities. For furries in particular, the most common human qualities used are human-like bodies, walking like humans on two legs, talking, paws that function like hands, and so on. The fandom itself doesn't have a specific TV show or movie that it's 100% based upon, as it's more based on the concept than a media. Some examples of movies that feature this concept are movies like Zootopia and Fantastic Mr. Fox, my favorite, and older movies such as Robin Hood and The Lion King, which, may I mention, many people consider to be some of the founding fathers of this fandom. The fandom is pretty much run on creative expression through art, music, dance as I mentioned before, and of course, fursuits, a wearable costume of one's custom furry character or persona. What is it like having a suit? It is hot. It is so hot, very hot. Oh my god. In all seriousness, while it is hot, it's so much fun. I love Avi just so much, and I absolutely love putting on her character, especially when I'm with others. A con to having a suit is that sometimes you can encounter unwanted interactions, such as people being really rough with you in suit or touching you when you can't see them and haven't asked. But that's an entirely new video in itself. It's a great deal of fun, but be sure to remember that a fursuit does not equal consent. What makes you the most angry? Ooh. This is really hard to answer. Everything makes me angry, honestly. I guess the thing that makes me the most angry is when people do shitty things and get away with it, especially because people choose to ignore evidence suggesting they've done the wrong thing. There's a lot of cases of this in both the furry fandom and in real life, and it's just so shitty. Just, why? Why would you do that? Why would you choose to be ignorant? Fight me on this. I don't care. It's shit. Don't do it. Do you get any negative feedback when you post about furries or furry-related stuff? I definitely have in my lifetime. People have a habit of being gross about things when they don't really understand it. I can't say that I really get it anymore on my Instagram since I made myself a furry-specific one, but even still, I've had people go, "Ew, furries! Furries are weird!" on one of my posts just because it involves a fursuit. Like, no one asked for your opinion, thanks. I've experienced it in real-life scenarios too. Early this year, some kid in the grade above me was saying that I drew furry porn because I had non-sexual nude art of Winnie on my art account.
Oh no! It's a boob! How inappropriate, you filthy furry!
I think more so what annoys me than receiving hate personally, because I know that it's just people being fucking stupid and I can just ignore it, is when the media portrays us as like sex-crazed animal fuckers or some shit. Like, calm down and get your facts straight, mate. This itself is a whole other video as well. Like, I could go on for centuries about this. I'm getting there, we're getting there. 21 minutes, holy shit, eat my dick. Why a duchy? Like, did something inspire you, or do you just like the species and all? I'm also gonna chuck a similar question in here. What inspired you to make Aviator? I made Aviator back in 2015, so I think at the time it was mostly just because I discovered a cool original species and wanted to make one. Nowadays, I've actually read their lore and species information and fell in love with that too. I really like that Avi's a duchy because I love dragons, like my whole life. But she's still fluffy and really chibi, which is some of the things I love the most about furries and fursuits. I'd also seen other bird-like duchies before, and having found the Harlequin duck through a school project on the tundra, I thought it'd be a nice way to incorporate like such a cool animal into a character. I was also inspired to make a pilot character at the time, as I just listened to Flight Facility's new album, Down to Earth, which is a really great album by the way, oh my god. Hence where Aviator's name and pilot accessories came from. This next one isn't really a question, but this person said that I was the cutest duchy they had ever seen, and I just want to say I'm very honored that you think that. Thank you so much. Hi, so as you can tell, it's the evening because I don't have natural lighting anymore. I had to cut my first recording short because I had some kiddos over because my brother invited his friends and they were loud. They were very loud. I would have tried to continue filming this tomorrow so that I could have had better lighting, but I really want to give Avi a bath tonight. I was trying to get this done today so that I could give her a bath tonight and then let her dry before Tuesday. It did not work out that way. So yeah, just bear with me. Hopefully the quality will be good enough and enjoy the rest of the video. Has Avi learned any English? In suit, I do sometimes break character if I feel I need to, so I technically do speak English as Aviator, but as a character, she can understand it, but not speak it. However, as well as her usual peeps, she can speak a little bit of Spanish. Hola, me llamo Aviador. Mucho gusto. What's your favorite color palette you've seen on a fursuit or OC so far? Ooh, this is really tough. For an OC, I'd probably have to say Rianash's Mabel because she is gorgeous, but I guess on a fursuit, it's probably Ransom? I absolutely love Ransom's design, so... Or even Lumi. I think the use of color on her is really nice, and she's very cute. Where did you get that Al Picasso? I need it! I got Decade here from Brisbane Supernova. I'm not sure where else you're able to get them from, sorry, but don't give up. There's usually heaps at conventions, so if you're ever at one, maybe keep an eye out. Give a list of what zoners you're planning on getting made into suits, as well as roughly what order and what makers you're thinking of. Okay, so I really love this idea so much that I think I'm gonna have to save it for its own video. I honestly have a crazy amount of characters, with a lot still needing some time to be developed so that they actually have some personality. So this one's going to take a lot of thought. I can say, however, that I do want to commission Sky once again to finish Avi's body, and then to either commission Blair Fox or Latitude Studios for Winnie's suit. They are both such amazing makers, and their suits are just so stylistic, and I love them both, and I don't know who I'm going to choose because I love them both, and Who is your fursuit crush? Tess. Absolutely Tess. No doubt about it. Just look at that bean! Who is your favorite furry / fursuit of all time? As well as, who is your favorite fursuiter aside from yourself? It's honestly gotta be between Tess and Ransom. Tess is such a gorgeous suit, and she's such a lovely person as well. But Ransom just has so much expression and attitude, and I love fursuits. I love them so much. We all know the real winner is Mama Sky, though. Will you showcase fan art in the outro or something? I'd really love to be able to do this. I'll figure out a format to either have like a fan art wall behind me or to showcase some fan art at the end of the outro, but I can guarantee you that it will definitely happen in the near future. Will you do a vlog type video of you going around to a fur meet or convention? Hell yeah, I am so down for vlogging some fursuit adventures. I'll have to make sure my handlers can do some filming for me while I'm out on walks, because I think they'd make great videos and fulfill my secret dream of becoming a daily vlogger. Well, that's all the questions I got for this video. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who contributed, and I hope you all got to know me a bit better from this. I have a few video concepts kind of bouncing around, but if you have an awesome idea you'd like to see me do, please let me know in the comments. Your input is really important to me for making this channel even better. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!